6:51 on July 26, calling Adult Protective Services again.
You have reached the Elder Abuse Hotline. For quality assurance, your call will be recorded. If this is a life-threatening emergency, please hang up and dial 911. For English, please press 1. Para servicios en español, did you know that Southern California Gas Company offers a 20% monthly discount known as the CARE program for eligible households? Ask your community resource advisor for more information about the CARE program.
Thank you for calling the Elder Abuse line. My name is Clarissa. How can I assist you?
Hi, Clarissa. Thank you very much for taking my call. I'm autistic. I'm honestly a little... I definitely don't want any of my upset or frustration deflect at you. I'm in a very dangerous situation, and I have been. I've tried to report with you guys before. It started in March. I started reporting for another one of the tenants in my apartment building. We're all housed in the same building with the same care providers and the same landlord. We're not really supposed to be, and they're owned by the same entity. So in March, one of my other neighbors, I'm dealing with a lot, but one of my other neighbors is also elderly, but he's also a head trauma victim. And I had to call and start for him because when COVID had started, they completely abandoned him, and he had just had a pacemaker put in February, and then he had 2 major eye surgeries. One of his eyes was very infected. They weren't getting him his medication, weren't administering it or nothing. So I tried to contact you guys about him. I didn't realize until afterwards that because I'm only 42, but because I'm disabled, I qualify with you guys. And LAPD advised me that I should start a complaint. So I did that also. Well, what ended up happening is the first one, he ended up getting moved to a nursing home by a hospital because he had to go to the ER like 5 times in a week because we couldn't get him any help. And I got a call back from the inspector, which was really disturbed. And she told me that she contacted his social workers and they say that he's at home and he just doesn't want to engage. You know, they contacted the landlord who lied, and he'd actually been registered into a nursing home and was at that facility for over 3 months. So housing authority was never notified. Nothing's ever adjudicated correctly. So she literally just closed his out because someone told him that he's at home. I said, that's fine. Well, let's deal. We were dealing with mine. It was another person. She refused. They've told me straight up that it's a county agency, that they're not going to find any problems with county. Well, I'm still here now. I've been left in this position because everybody, it kind of like, what's going on is I live in one of LACANETWORK's developer leg buildings. So Carol, Sobel, and Becky, Dennison, and so I need to report again because I reported in March for myself. Or April.
What did the worker tell you then? What did the worker tell you when they came out?
They never came out.
Oh, maybe because of COVID. Did anybody call you though?
Yeah, they called, and I'll be honest with you, they called and they straight told me that she knew I wasn't in a great position, but because it's a county agency, that they're not going to file a grievance for me. And that is what it is. That wasn't you. But I do want to go ahead and do another.
All I can do is intake. Yeah, sure. I can do an intake appointment for you. But what's going on with the complex? Like, what kind of stuff is going on?
Well, specifically my place, like I told them, this is really bad here. Like I've gotten attacked repeatedly by the same other tenant. Like really bad. Like I haven't had a bathroom door since September of last year from barricading myself inside. And I can't get safe from that. What's worse though.
So it's the same tenant? It's the same tenant that's attacking you? Hitting you, right? Physically?
No, I'm bleeding the first time in July 25th of last year, when I returned from HACLA, the housing authority, to try to find out what's going on with my contracts, because there's issues with my contracts. I got jumped. I tried to get help, couldn't get help. They tried to put me on a hold the next day. I did get a victim sheet when I wrote that off and they took me. I got rejected as a community engagement issue, and I was back here in 10 hours living right next to the dude. Well, I did get a police report for that. That police report, well, unfortunately, what happened, because I was trying to ask for help to report, they tried to allege in that time that I tried to homicidally attack the other tenant. And it didn't go to housing authority, so we were living next to each other, and he attacked me again in September. Now what's going on, though, is that I have public health department, I have HCID, and I have HACLA itself stating that I'm in a life threat of an illegal unit, that it's not to standard, and it hasn't been to standard since September of last year.
Okay.
And then last month, my landlord tried to...
Now?
Huh?
Are you still next to that guy now?
I'm in the same building, yeah. Same management's allowing me to be threatened and attacked, yeah.
Have you also reached out to code enforcement about this?
That code enforcement this is super cited. Like, it's all been cited since September of last year. This is why they're allowing all this retaliatory behavior around me. Because here's how bad it is. Here's why it's really scary. What's ended up happening through going through code enforcement, the unit that I'm in 2018, May of 2018, there was an arson and someone died in it. And my unit cited as not even being a life threat because I don't even have a CO meter. This unit is the reason that Carol Sobel sued Public Health Department to make sure that they destroy death records within a year, because the guy died in this unit and it wasn't researched. I definitely did not know that the 13 unit with disabled mental people that I was moving into, the last tenant died in an arson fire. I had no idea of that. I found that out at HACLA. I found that out at HACLA July 25th of last year. I found that out at HACLA July 25th when I went in there with the version of the contracts that they finally gave me, saying that we had a contract with Housing Authority. Went to the Housing Authority, worker saw me, and she goes, "Wait, how do you have this contract?" And I go, "What do you mean? I have this apartment." She goes, "No, this contract was voided out weeks before you signed it. They rejected it. They said that, no, this isn't a good contract. We're not taking it." And not only that, that worker told me that I need to have my St. Joseph's workers have me moved immediately because the last tenant was murdered. And so I've been here for over a year knowing the last person got killed in an arson fire, and no one wants to take accountability or have me moved or get me in a safe position. And so my unit.
Let's start getting you another report. Can I start with your first and last name?
For sure. I super appreciate you. And also, again, you're awesome. I apologize. My disability.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Well, my disability.
I just do the intake report.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry. My first name is Aaron, A-R-E-N. My last name.
A-R-N?
A-R-E-N.
Okay.
My last name is Fanning, F as in Frank, A-N-N-I-N-G.
What is the address to this place?
This is going to be 204 Lincoln Boulevard, Venice.
Venice Beach. Venice.
90291.
What is your unit number?
I'm unit 14.
Okay.
I do want to say, though, honestly, what I was trying to say, and thank you for cutting me off, but I'm autistic, and part of my hardest thing is that I struggle. I feel like my internal problem is that I feel like I can't communicate that people understand me sometimes. So when I feel like someone's a little resistant or blowing me off, it gets super bad. The reason I'm able to talk like this, thank you very much for your customer service and your respect. Like, honestly, it makes a world of difference.
I can definitely understand you. I hope that this will work, to get your situation resolved. May I have your phone number?
For sure. My phone number is going to be 32.
Okay, and your date of birth, please?
It's going to be 02/26/1978. I did want to mention that I've been trying to deal with disabled rights here in the city or the county here.
What did they tell you?
Oh boy. I got to be honest with you. They're again the same people that told they're the same people that have acknowledged they know that my contracts with the housing authority, because of the situation I'm in rapid rehousing. I'm supposed to have two different entities. The landlord's one, and then the people that are my continuum of care program, they make sure that we are doing our programs, but they're also supposed to make sure we're in safe and habitable environments. Well, they've acknowledged that, and in the contract, it makes clear that the continuum of care family cannot have any interest in the unit to make sure that we're safe. You know what I mean? Instead of everybody has a fiscal interest in there's no problems here. Well, they've acknowledged that they know that St. Joseph's and Venice Community Housing are owned by the same people, which is a breach of that fair housing contract. And they've allowed me to stay in this position. So that's where it gets gnarly.
Yeah, sounds like you shouldn't be there, definitely.
Yeah, no.
Do you live alone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a perpetrator's name? Anybody in particular?
Becky Dennison. Like I have, she's the executive of the company, and I have her on video acknowledging this. Like it's that bad.
What's the name of the company? I'll put that in the report.
I'm sorry.
What's the name of the company?
Oh, Venice Community Housing. One of their employees felony assaulted me July 5th.
Of which year?
This year.
Oh my gosh, one of the employees?
Yeah.
What did she do?
What did he do to me?
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was actually so my landlord, because it's LACANETWORK, they have all of these like nonprofits. They were throwing a defund the police rally in Venice Oakwood Park, and they were the marshals and throwing the event, and the marshal decided to follow me 3 blocks, not once but twice, and the second time he tried to get into it with me. He's not really from the streets or nothing like that. I'm not like a tough guy, but I can defend myself, and he's 6'6". I defended myself. He ended up just dragging my face across the ground because I managed to lock up on his upper half so he couldn't keep swinging on me. Yeah, but yeah, it's bad because we're disabled, right? And they have wrongly put us all into one building, which they're not supposed to because it's discriminatory. But so local police, they don't really know how to deal with these new development type situations yet. And my landlord, everybody kind of looks at them as, because they're one of the leading agencies, and everybody thinks that, well, they'll know how to tell us how to handle this. And so they kept going to like my landlord about stuff. It's dangerous. And they, like, okay, since my place has been cited, as the same time it's been cited, they've gotten 2 more developments, and they've been allowed to say that there are no issues and no history of any problems at any of their building. Because even like the arson that happened in my unit isn't reflecting on any records. There was that arson. 2 years, in the 2 years prior to the arson, there was 2 successful suicides. And there was also an OD meth death out of 13 units. And they done just
people that live in this house. Wow.
Yeah, out of 13 apartments, and that's gnarly when it's supposed to be like, you know, this is supposed to be the solution. Well, that should be of record, so there's accountability, so the people coming in here are safe. I'm autistic. I'm very lucky that that's my disability. I happen to have a high IQ, and I can be functional. But like I literally, the people, like the guy that I had called for in March, I was terrified because this man's coming into he's coming up here. I felt. It was COVID, it was scary, but like I felt bad. Someone had to help this man. He couldn't sleep in his own apartment because he's getting terrorized all night. So he's coming up to sleep in my place during the day to get medication every 2 hours. His eyes like rotting out of his head. Like the amount of pus coming out of his eye.
You helped to get him in the nursing home. You helped to get him in the nursing home he's in now, correct?
Yeah, well, no, I didn't help. He ended up getting forced there by emergency because he kept ending up at the ER. So ER wouldn't release him back to his own home.
Oh, that's good. They helped him, though.
Yeah, well, here's the bad thing. That was in March, and when I called back, you know, I talked to the lady. She was like, "Well, maybe that's the right place for him." I'm like, "Yeah, but it would have been nice to have like gotten him there with his stuff and in a, you know, ethical manner." And because he's lived here for 20 years. Well, last week, guess who shows back up? He shows back up here. He's still here. They somehow had kept his apartment while he was at the nursing home. So he's back in these conditions.
He's back from the nursing home living there? Wow.
Yeah.
So you said Becky. What is her last name? Dennison, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
About how old is she, you think?
Becky, she's in her late 40s.
Okay, when was the last time you had a physical altercation with your neighbor? That guy?
The last time I've had a physical altercation with one of my neighbors is going to be like 3 days ago. I get constantly, like, one of the other things that they're doing now is I have constantly one of the other, there's so much drug use here, it's crazy. So one of the other tenants in Unit 5, like yesterday, we'll take it as an example. At 10:30 at night, the night before, she had tried a false report. Cops came here, realized it was a false report, but she does it all the time. 8:30, I was trying to call it to the supervisor because I'm in a lawsuit with them. Like that, you know, like this should be very manageable, you know, and I'm like going, hey, you know, they can go abdicated by the judge. And I was trying to talk to a supervisor about that and have him come out, and I couldn't get a call back. 6:30 in the morning, I call the station trying to get proactive, trying to be like, hey guys, you know, this is getting ridiculous. You guys seem to always come out. We need to find a different solution. And I didn't get a response. 8 o'clock, I decided to call again, and I'm talking, explaining. The officer understands something's wrong. Okay, he's like, all right, let me get the address. And he's all like, oh. He's all, wait, do you see the car that's there? I'm all, no way. And literally under 12 hours, she's false reported against me twice. They've reported me, they've tried to report me for attempted murder here. Like, you know, like I stated in July when I first got attacked, which caused me to not have any protection from the same guy attacking me. They've accused me of attempted rape, all kinds of stuff. And here's the problem is because I'm in these programs, it should have gone to the housing authority and I should have been moved because I'm not in violation of any of my programs. They say that I'm not in violation, but I still haven't seen, since that first attack in July of last year, I've been fully abandoned by my continuum of care program. I have not seen a social worker, any of my programs, no health provider, no nothing since July. And the eviction that they filed in October of last year, it vanished kind of. So my workers that sign up my continuum of care contract, as far as being St. Joseph's workers, I have another document. One of them is stating that they're my mental health specialist from there. Yeah, they sign up the eviction. The eviction they file as a normal apartment eviction. They don't mention them in Section 8 or in programs. But worse is both of the signatory on my continuum of care family and the supposed mental health care provider are listed as employees of Venice Community Housing, making allegations against me. No dispute.
What is your source of income?
GR.
Okay.
So
all right, so I'm going to get this report into the system because there is violence going on, and I know the worker has up to 10 days to make contact with you.
Okay.
But I am going to put it as an emergency. Are you experiencing any COVID symptoms or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that's good.
They're so disgusting. They tried to start because it's LACAN, they own also Venice Family Clinic. They literally, I have on video, tried to open out of one of the cited illegal units that I've had cited since September. They tried to open a COVID testing facility 6 inches from my door at the illegal unit that's connected to it.
Oh, that's good. You have all these videos and things like that.
As long as I can get them to someone, it would be awesome. Elsewise, it's not doing me a lot of good having them. But you've done me a great service. Again, thank you so much for the way that you treat me.
I'm going to submit the proof of the system. And what day was that last altercation you had with the neighbor? July 23rd or July 24th?
The last altercation with the neighbor that threatened me was going to be like 3 days ago. I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. So the 23rd.
July 23rd?
Yeah.
23rd? All right.
I have some members of the public that'll talk about it, but they know that like I literally can't leave my apartment. I have Amazon deliver food, and like I slip outside real quick for cigarettes, but yeah, no, I can't be outside. I have video of all the other tenants here in front of my landlord telling me that the second they find me off of this property, they're going to beat my ass.
Oh my gosh, shouldn't have to feel like that. Would you want a non-emergency police line, this number as well?
I actually have non-emergency police. Really, I talk to communications all the time. It's crazy the record I got.
I want to give you a APS follow-up number 2. Do you have a pen and paper?
Yes, ma'am.
I've submitted this report into the system.
You're awesome.
It's 888. 202.
202.
4248. So I've submitted this report, and I truly hope you get some resolve and peace.
No, honestly, I'll tell you what. Being able to have a communication with someone that's as respectful and kind as you, that is a huge relief, because at least I feel like, yeah, I do know that someone that is respectful and concerned has taken the report. So things are moving in the right direction. You've done me a wonderful service. I'm sure you can probably hear it in my voice, but I am honestly appreciative, because I feel like, oh, I communicated what I needed to. It was received.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That things moved in a positive direction. Is there an identification for that for me? Is there like an intake number or something like that I can have, or?
Yeah, I've submitted it. I can only just give it to mandated reporters.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That follow-up number to see if it gets assigned to a worker.
Okay, that's what that is. Okay, awesome.
Being that there's violence involved, hopefully they'll come as soon as possible. I'll give you a call.
Awesome. So they are coming out now again?
Well, I believe they'll give you a call first.
Okay.
I just do the intake reports. I'm not sure how they handle it after that. I believe they'll call you.
Awesome. You have a wonderful day, and please, honestly, do know that, like, honestly, as crazy as my situation is, you've brought me a little bit of solace, so I really do appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday.
You too, all right? Keep your head up.
Like, seriously, just being able to have this communication and have someone hear me and not dismiss me, heads way up. Thank you so much for that. You have a wonderful day.
You're welcome. We're 24/7, okay? If you need to call back at any time.
Bless you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for calling the Elder Abuse Line.
Best.